here we go. I can show them how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo. If I thrust, guaranteed you gon' feel it though. My intro for this real shit.
This episode of Dead on Dave Productions is brought to you by Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. He's got a new album, December 17th, 2015. Black Mozart. It's guaranteed that you'll have a nice day. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. That was the worst Mick Foley of my life. But I have lots of energy, copious amounts of energy, one would say. And we've got all kinds of thizzle things. That's right, thizzle things, because that's what we do, thizzle things. And I'm very excited, yes. My wife's looking at me because I said thizzle things, but I say thizzle things. So, there we go.
You're not going to argue on the air again, are you?
We never know. She's a difficult woman, so it's very possible. As you hear joining me for the first time in a while, the busiest man I know, also one of the coolest mofos I know, my co-host for Touch 'Em All, the baseball show, Jeff the Huff Huffman, man, the human Adonis, the mound of muscle, the abtastical specimen that is Jeff Huffman. He's here starting off the show because we got some baseball stuff to talk about. We're going to get into Brock Lesnar's future. We're going to get into some boxing news with a brand new segment. Very excited about that. We're going to take your calls, answer your questions, and so much more. Cannot wait to get into everything that we'll be getting into right here, right now on Dead on Dave Live. Huffman, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty well, but time back into Mick Foley. You know who did have a nice day yesterday? That was Zack Greinke.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I haven't done Foley in a while. I decided to mess with it.
And for some reason, Jeff Samardzija had a really good day today too.
Yeah, you know, this baseball offseason has been unbelievably interesting. First, Price getting overpaid like a mother, and as good as David Price is, he got overpaid by probably $17 million, maybe arguably as much as $25 million.
He's getting paid more than Kershaw.
Yeah, I mean,
that tells you everything you need to know if he's overpaid or not.
He's definitely a little bit overpaid.
Honestly, they're all overpaid, but anyway.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's a different argument altogether. I mean,
right.
I'm okay with ball players and athletes making millions when owners make billions. I'm fine with that, so it doesn't bug me at all. So today, you know, we have the Greinke news breaks. He goes to Arizona, which is at first a life-altering shock. You're like, what the hell is going on? This makes absolutely no sense until you start to really think about it, and then you're like, ooh, maybe this makes more sense than we thought it did. And then you start really thinking about just how much sense it makes. I mean, Arizona played so much better in the second half last year. Their offense, they scored the second most runs in the National League. You know, this is a team that's up and coming, and they have pieces that they can move to get a little bit better if need be. And they have a lot of money to spend. That's a big thing. Their new TV deal took place. It starts next season. So they have money, a lot of money. And they spent a good chunk of it today. What do you think of this move?
I love the move. I love the move. I absolutely love the move for the Diamondbacks.
Well, you have another reason for loving this move.
What's that?
You have another reason for loving this move.
I have another reason for loving the move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's because the Dodgers didn't get him. Hey,
exactly.
You want to hear something else? That's pretty funny.
What's
the
that?
Dodgers' #2 starter is Brett Anderson.
Isn't that good? Isn't that great?
Well, I take that back. They'll get Ryu back, but he's no Zack Greinke.
No, nobody's a Zack Greinke. The last couple of years, Kershaw hasn't been a Zack Greinke. I mean, it's as great as this hurts the Dodgers significantly, and apparently they were also in the runnings as well as your Dodger or your St. Louis Cardinals were in the running for Jeff Samardzija, and then he goes and spurns everybody and goes to the Giants for $90 million over the next 5 seasons, which I just don't get. I don't understand this. I don't know why people are offering this guy close to $100 million. I don't think he's ever shown over the course of an entire season ace quality stuff. Certainly not $18 million a year worth of stuff. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But at least the Cubs aren't paying him, so I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your Cubs made a move too, picking up John Lackey.
Which right now I think might be the best move anyone's made. And it's not because John Lackey's some amazing pitcher or anything like that. Even
That's a great move.
He had a 2.4 ERA last year? Look,
something ridiculous like that.
Yes, he's 37 years old, and you never know when he's going to break down completely. But here's the thing. They're paying him $34 million or something like that for the next 2 seasons. That is an absolute steal for a guy that only needs to come in and be your third guy. You know, the reality is the Cubs have the Cy Young winner, Arrieta, John Lester, who did not have his best season. I'm looking for him to have a much better season in year 2 with the Cubs. And now you got John Lackey, who has playoff experience, world championship experience. He has experience with the organization, people who run the organization. He's been with friggin' Madden before when he was a bench coach for him before. Of course, he's obviously very familiar with Hoistein. So, I mean, this works so well for John Lackey. I mean, it really is a cool situation. 37 or not, I think it's a great move.
No, definitely. Cubs are looking really good.
I just like the flexibility that it gives the Cubs. There's so many more things that they can do.
No, it definitely does.
If they want to go get Leak now, they can get Leak to be the number 4 guy. I think that would be a great move. It won't cost all that much. Or hell.
Yeah, he was rumored to getting a deal from the Diamondbacks as well.
Yeah, he might be. But what about a guy like Gallardo?
I mean, yeah, there's still some really good pitchers out there with Gallardo, with Cueto, Gallardo, Leak. A guy I'm really interested in since the Cardinals missed out on Price, Zimmerman, and all the guys that have been signed so far is Hisashi Iwakuma.
Yeah. But isn't he like 40? Isn't he an older guy too?
I don't know. The Japanese players, I'm very surprised when I hear how old they actually are.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. We have no idea where Johnny Cueto is going to go. I mean...
No clue. No clue.
He's got to be smiling from year to year because if Samardzija's worth 90, what the hell is Cueto worth?
Exactly.
Exactly. This is so weird. I don't get what the Giants were thinking. If you miss on Greinke, okay, that's devastating. You miss on Price, you miss on Greinke, that's devastating. But why not just go right after Cueto with everything you got? Could it be because of all the injury issues that seems to have been plaguing Cueto for the last 2 years, but nothing's ever been confirmed about him? I don't know. Maybe it's the weird delivery that he has where he turns his back to home plate. I don't know what it is. It's absolutely bizarre.
No, definitely.
It's one of the weirdest things that I've seen in a while.
I have no clue where he's going. I'll tell you that.
None. I don't have a clue.
Except Kansas City, probably.
I don't think he'll be returning. Kansas City doesn't spend money, man.
No, and people have been putting him here in St. Louis. I think people seem to have forgot that we hate him.
Yes.
We loathe him because he ended Jason LaRue's career.
Patrick Glynn is saying, I'm hearing rumbles of Jason Hayward to the Phillies. There is zero chance of that happening. Tell me, he's just being a troll.
You know what? I don't even have a smart-ass comment for that. I'm just flabbergasted that I just heard that.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Wow.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Moving on.
Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, we can't even dignify that with a response. Kyle Lord says, "Could Johnny Cueto maybe go to the Yankees?" No. Yankees are not spending that type of money right now. They got A-Rod on the roster. They got Teixeira on the roster. Sabathia.
Once they lose Teixeira, A-Rod, Sabathia, then we'll start seeing the Yankees of old start spending some money.
Look, they overachieved last year. They're not going to be as good, probably, more than likely. So spending big money on any type of big-name guy doesn't make any sense, especially when their sights are fixated on 2018 because they're getting Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper's already a Yankee. It's just not official yet.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to be there. Actually, he's not going to be in Washington for very long. But actually, speaking of Bryce Harper, I wanted to ask you this question.
Yo.
Would you be shocked at all by the time Bryce Harper hits free agency, the way these contracts are going, will he be the first $400 million player?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the first $500,000 player.
Really?
Just the way it goes. Because somebody else is going to hit the market in the next couple of years, I'm sure, that we're not even thinking about right now, and they're going to be getting a ridiculous amount of money. Arrieta's probably going to make $250 million.
Yeah, I could definitely see that if he has another season like he just did.
Yeah. If he has another season like last year, he'll only be 30, 31. Which is younger than Greinke, by the way. He'll probably get 260, 270. I mean, it's just it's crazy to think about. And then a hitter.
Why did I quit playing baseball?
A hitter in a time when hitting is at such a really, really good hitting, elite hitting is at such a premium. I mean, Stanton got a ridiculous amount of money, but that's contract's kind of bumpkiss anyway. But we'll see what.
We'll probably get to the Marlins here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll talk about Barry Bonds. But before we get into any more baseball talk, I got a little question earlier from my good buddy there, Pittsburgh. He wanted to know the thoughts on the San Bernardino situation. So I wanted to talk about that for a minute because I haven't referenced it yet here, and it's just to be completely honest.
I have some thoughts of that, but
yeah, it's been it's rough to. It's like every week there's something else. Every week there's something else, and to see an attack like this, it's ridiculous. And the way the media spins everything, and the way that everybody's in such denial about the situation. You got politicians on camera quibbling over the language that's being used. Don't call it terrorism. Don't automatically assume. Don't automatically blame. Well, it turns out all the assuming, all the blaming was 100% fucking right. And we're so worried about offending anybody that you can't even use the intelligence that you have to stop anything. There's reports that the neighbors of the man who did this, who I'm not going to address by name because I'm tired of fucking deifying these people, glorifying them with their names. I'm tired of it. But neighbors saw suspicious activities, and then when later asked about it, they're worried about being called out as racist or it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You can't even go to protect somebody. I mean, think about this for a second. This is what drives me nuts. The kid who brought a clock to school, that looked like a bomb and then got the bomb squad called in because it looked like a goddamn bomb. He's now suing the school board in the state for like $15 million, and he's probably going to win.
Easily.
And what it does is it sets a precedent that basically you can't say anything because you're a racist now. You're infringing on these people. What the fuck are we talking about? There are heinous goddamn crimes happening. I don't care if it's Muslims. I don't care if it's goddamn Italians. I don't care if it's Polish. I don't give a shit who the hell it is. If you see something and you could possibly stop it, then why the hell aren't you? It makes me insane.
Exactly. Worst case scenario is, you're wrong and everybody's okay and life goes on.
And it may have seemed like I was bashing the media and all that stuff for this whole situation, but in fact, I'm calling the people who didn't say anything a goddamn coward. Because why is being mistaken as a racist such a bad fucking thing nowadays? Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't mean it the way it sounds. What I mean is, you would rather let people potentially die than potentially offend somebody. That's insane. That's insane to me.
Yeah, you watched the Shot from the Point videos from earlier this week. I mean,
yeah,
those were some racist comments in themselves. But
I don't get it. It's these attacks are going to get worse, and if you don't think they're going to get worse, you're fucking fooling yourself. And it's just funny that people want to continue to blame America's gun obsession as the reason. What? By the way, California, the place that this was, these attacks took place, automatic weapons, illegal. Guess what was used in the fucking attack? Automatic fucking weapons.
Yeah, Yeah, either way, if people are going to shoot up a school or something, or go on a murderous rampage, you're not going to stop that type of person from getting a gun.
Yeah.
They're gonna find a way to get it. You know what stops a bad person with a gun? A good person with a gun.
Yeah, it really is. It's just a furious.
And I'll leave that there for gun control. But
yeah. But we're all gun-toting crazy Americans. All right, so I got that little rant. So there you go. Pittsburgh answered the question. Clinton G20, what's up, Dave? What's up?
Yeah, I see. You know what? I just cut myself on a knife. Should we ban knives now?
That's right. I'm fat. Should I blame the spoon? Fuck. Give a little shout out to everybody. Terry, the Snow Queen, she's running the board for me, making sure everyone keeps their P's and Q's in check. And she's doing her thing. Moderator night. Patty Glynn's up in there saying ridiculous things like Jason Hayward possibly going to the Phillies.
I don't feel like
Danny 310. Yeah, I can't. Danny 310 wrote in here. He said, "How do you feel about Lesnar Owens? Did you not see the video I put out earlier? I did a video.
I'm currently making it rain right now. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, good job making it about you, buddy. Welcome to Dead on Jeff Productions, where he makes it rain.
No, actually, I'm making biscuits right now.
Yeah, biscuits. But he asked about Lesnar and Owens. And I did a video where I started a new thing today, where I'm going to start doing some fantasy booking. I thought it'd be a lot of fun. Every week, every couple of days, whatever. If I see a cool little story, it makes me start getting the creative juices flowing about how I would book something. I'm going to do a video on it. And today I did Lesnar and Owens. And it's something I think should absolutely happen. I think this makes the absolute most sense. It really, to me, it's a no-brainer situation. It's a no-brainer situation because these two are huge stars. You need to build a legitimate, real heel champion or top heel in the company and not Sheamus because that's not going to get the job done. Everybody's asked a question about Lesnar. When is he going to transfer his rub that he's been getting for the last 2 years to somebody else? Well, it makes a lot of sense for that to happen now to Owens. And you don't do it right away. You have some stuff happen between now and WrestleMania. I go through it very detailed, and I'm not going to go through it again. Go watch the video. It's there, so go check it out. So, but I do want to talk about Brock Lesnar's future. And we'll jump back into baseball in a second because I know there's a couple other things you probably want to talk about.
All right.
But Brock Lesnar, man, with all the situation that's happening, with all the injuries and stuff, how important is Brock Lesnar going to be going forward, do you think? And do you even want to see Brock Lesnar back, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I love me some Brock Lesnar.
Not as much as we love us some New Day, though.
No, I mean, well, nothing will ever replace the New Day for how much I love them.
Nothing replaces the New Day. That's right. What do you think of Team Bad kind of becoming the female version of New Day? With that
that on SmackDown,
the pinata
of them going around with a freaking pinata just out of nowhere. They're just hitting a pinata. That was great.
I got it pointed out to me by Too Tall, who's now co-hosting SmackDown with me, that the pinata had blonde hair, so it was representing Charlotte. I didn't even catch that.
I didn't catch that either. I was just amazed by them swinging at the pinata.
I think it's pretty damn awesome. I would love them to be the female New Day, or just incorporate them into the New Day.
And you noticed too, I mean, on Raw, Sasha came out, just mimicking Brie Bella the whole time.
I loved it.
Well, she does that anyway, but
yeah, she does. That's her thing. Fat ass twat says, with the way WWE's booked Owens.
Wait! What was that guy's name?
Fat ass twat. Isn't that great? I love the names here.
That is great. The internet is beautiful.
It's pretty good. Fat ass twat, or fake ass twat. I'm sorry, fake ass twat, which is just as good.
That's still pretty good, but
yeah. I don't know why I saw fat. Maybe because I am fat. I don't know. He said, the way WWE has booked Owens since the Cena feud, I don't think Kevin beating Brock is believable. I don't buy that for a second, and I'll tell you why. Since Owens has come up, he tore through NXT. He got brought up to the main roster. He beat John Cena. Yes, he subsequently lost to John Cena, but who the hell hasn't?
Those?
Then he goes and gets the Intercontinental Championship. He's controlled it on his way. The whole thing, and the way I built it earlier and why I think it would work, is the fact that it just revolves around being a prize fighter. The whole prize fighting idea, I think, is a real... Because if Kevin Owens is a prize fighter, well, who's the ultimate fucking prize fighter? It's Brock Lesnar. It's Brock Lesnar. He's the ultimate prize fighter. So you can have him go after the Intercontinental Championship, but he doesn't have to, because Kevin Owens is going to say, no schmuck. You don't get a shot. I'm going after the world title. I'm entering the Royal Rumble. Sorry, you don't get a title shot. I'm going to the Rumble. Then you have Brock enter the Rumble. You have them do all kinds of crazy shit in the Rumble. And then you have Kevin eliminate Brock, then get eliminated himself by Dean Ambrose. You have Dean Ambrose win the title off him the next night because Brock cost Kevin Owens the title. And then you set up WrestleMania, Brock and Owens for the Intercontinental, or for the number one contendership for whoever the champion is after WrestleMania. You set up a nice whole big storyline. It works beautifully, and you have Kevin Owens win. I think Kevin Owens could easily win this match. Not easily, but I mean, I have no problems buying Kevin Owens beating Brock Lesnar. None. Kevin Owens is a badass. That's why.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
There you go.
Why
is Ranjin Singh writing Raw? Why aren't you?
I don't know. But I'll tell you who it will be. It'll be Mrs. Foley's baby boy, Dewey Foley, baby. Bang, bang. He'll be writing some creative stuff because he got hired by the WWE. Starts in January. Dewey Foley. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Dewey's going to have a nice day. So that'll be good. I'm excited about that. Very, very. We got another question from Pittsburgh Boy 96. Where do you see Becky Lynch going? That's a tough question.
That is a tough question.
Because I kind of like... I know a lot of people are shitting on where the Divas division is like fluctuating. I kind of like where it's going right now. It's some of the real storylines that are happening. The building to...
Give it time. They'll mess it up. Runjin will mess it up.
Oh, yeah. Arab Bischoff, absolutely. He'll mess it up sooner or later. I'm sure of it. But I like the way it's starting to pan out. I like that Charlotte's starting to become a little bit heelish. Becky's getting more involved. And you know Sasha's waiting in the wings, beating up pinatas with blonde hair. It's got to mean something. So you have all these things that is building to a really cool situation. So me, personally, I think Becky is going to the main title picture here eventually. What do you think?
Well, I mean, who else do they have that they haven't used other than Paige? I mean, nobody wants to see Brie Bella.
No.
It's not going to be Alicia Fox.
Yeah. Well, Nikki will be back sooner rather than later, and so she'll be
Nikki's off screwing Cena right now.
That's okay. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, might as well.
I have no hate in my game for her. Jay Davis says, excuse me, did we forget about Sami Zayn? KO put him on the shelf, right? Well, actually, technically, Sami put himself on the shelf. Trying to get hype, he dislocated his damn shoulder. But here's the thing. Zayn's not on the WWE main roster, nor is he going to be on the WWE main roster. In fact, his vignettes have already shown that he's going back to NXT. So you don't have to rush him back into a storyline with Kevin Owens. You could save that for later. So there's a lot of...
Yeah, you got that. You got that there. That, you know, if you're doing Lesnar Owens for WrestleMania, I mean, you could set up Zayn and Owens at SummerSlam.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have Sami Zayn,
and plus with all the momentum Owens will gain from beating Lesnar. That just makes Sami Zayn that much more credible.
It's like, going to make Brock losing to Kevin Owens in the right way will make Kevin Owens the number one heel in the company, which is what you're going to need next year. You need a true top heel in the company. He could be that guy. Then you have Sami Zayn debut the night after WrestleMania. He'll be the big debut, the big thing that happens on that Raw. And then you build him towards SummerSlam, him and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens should be champion by that time. And then you have them feud going into next year's WrestleMania, and you have a huge match. So That's what I'm excited about. I think that there is some long-term salvation to the craziness that we're seeing right now because it's bad. I can't lie. It's bad.
Yeah, what are you going to
do? You hold on and pray is what you're going to do. Adrian Alex Poe says, question 4, Dave, what about Ambrose versus Lesnar instead? No, because their characters are too similar. I mean, at best, at worst, they're tweeners. At best, they're both super faces. So it's, you can't have that. I think that one of them would have to play the heel, and usually it would be Lesnar. But give it time when Ambrose can actually make a natural heel progression, which he should have already made anyway. But
I have no clue how these are going to turn out. So if you hear a large explosion, that's because my biscuits blew up in my face.
My biscuits done blew up. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good at all.
Why the redneck accent?
I don't know. Because biscuits blowing up sounds like something a redneck would say.
No, that'd be a meth lab.
Well, that also usually involves rednecks.
Huh?
I'm just saying.
I'm not denying it.
William Fuller is trying to call in. He's been trying to call in. Go ahead and call in again, buddy. I will take your call. Apologize for that. We were just in a thing. I didn't want to get out of it. So go ahead and call back in. But those of you sitting in the chat, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. And if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button because we're having a good old time. Ooh. I'm excited, Jeff. Jeff, I'm really excited. Are you excited? Oh, my God. You know why I'm excited?
Why?
William Fuller's going to have to wait because we got a new segment debuting tonight, and it's debuting right now. It's Boxing Time with Frenchie Ben.
Very nice, very nice. Hello, Frenchie Ben.
Hold on. That's right. It's Frenchie Ben. He's here with the very first boxing report from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Frenchie Ben, what's going on, my friend?
I'm doing super great, guys.
See, what people don't know is, I talk about boxing sporadically here on Dead on Day Productions. Whenever there's a big fight, because I love boxing. I've always been a big boxing guy, but to me, boxing has died. And it's just not the sport it once was. But every time I talk about boxing, I get these wonderful messages from Frenchie Ben. Dave, I know you say that the boxing is dead, but here in Montreal, we got these guys. They hit each other in the faces. Lemieux, he hits people very hard in the face. Boxing is alive. And I'm like, French, you got to say this shit on the air. So Frenchie Ben is the new boxing correspondent here for Dead on Day Productions. So what do you got for me this week, Frenchie?
And I'm here for you guys. And because of that intro, Dave, I feel really intimate now with you. It's like if you made love to me.
I did make love to you with that intro. I feel the same way. I feel like part of me was definitely inside of you for that intro. No question.
But can you tell me who's the girl in the intro?
Seriously? That's Sarah Michelle Gellar, man. That's Buffy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know she's an actor, but I never watched Buffy.
Oh, I was a Buffy freak. I have no shame in that. I love Buffy, love Angel, and if you don't like that, go fuck. I don't care. I was a big fan. Big fan.
Take it up with the complaint department.
Yeah, there you go. Where's the complaint department? It's somewhere in the slideshow now. That's right. William Fuller, I will get to your call, but it's boxing time with Frenchie Ben. So what do you got for me for your first report, Frenchie Ben? I'm very excited to hear what you got.
I can talk to you about 3 fights that happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
So there has been a big change of event in the heavyweight division.
Yes.
Because Vladimir Klitschko got beaten by Tyson Fury.
Yes. Not just beaten, but beaten pretty soundly by a guy who did not look very good in that fight. Fury didn't look overwhelmingly good, but just so much more active than Klitschko. What happened in this fight? Was it Klitschko just not being able to get Fury's range? He's not used to taking on a guy that big. What happened? How did Fury just dominate the fight the way he did?
One of the things, I haven't checked every Klitschko fight. So I don't know if he already fought somebody who was taller than him. But
a couple of people, but no one is athletic.
Yeah, that's right. Lots of the guys, because he probably fought Valuev.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Vladimir Klitschko is a master of the jab.
Yes.
And he uses it, and he beats everybody with it. And his habit is to be taller of his opponent, so he's always over his opponent.
Yes.
So in that fight, Tyson Fury, for those who don't know, Vladimir Klitschko is 6'6", and Tyson Fury is 6'9".
Yeah.
So for that fight, it was different for Klitschko. As you said, he caught an athletic guy who was taller than him, so he couldn't control him with his jab.
Yeah, he couldn't pop off his jab, and he couldn't use the range to dictate that right hand. And Fury just took advantage. I mean, he fought a really good strategy, but it worries me because we've needed something to shake up the heavyweight division for a while. Because I feel boxing really does go the way of the heavyweight division. You know, if the heavyweights are exciting, I think boxing benefits from that. But Tyson Fury is not going to scare anybody. If Tyson Fury loses his next fight to Klitschko or to somebody else, it wouldn't be a big shock. And that's not a knock against Fury, but he wasn't very impressive in this fight. I see a lot of potential with him, but big guys have big masses that can get hit very easily. So, it's...
Yeah, but I can draw a parallel from boxing, the heavyweight division, MMA, the heavyweight division, and also wrestling.
Yeah.
Right now, because Klitschko got beaten at 39 years old, now the division is open. All those divisions are open for everybody.
That's true.
So you could see Tyson Fury is 27-year-old. He comes from the UK. And that fight, by the way, Dave, it was in Dusseldorf, in Germany. Because boxing is still good in Germany because of all the Ukrainians and the Russians.
They love the big fights, but a lot of the smaller fights kind of go under the radar. But yeah, Dusseldorf.
I think you're thinking of another fight between the Ukrainians and Russians.
That had a different outcome.
So that fight was for the WBA, WBO, and IBF title.
Yeah.
And I think a good matchup. And a good matchup that I can see for Tyson Fury is the WBC title holder, who's an American, Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, he's calling him out already. Wilder's already getting on the mic trying to draw this out. I don't know if he's going to get him before Klitschko gets his rematch, because that's a big fight. Let's face it, this rematch with Klitschko and Fury, it's a big fight. Yeah. Boxing needs this fight.
Yeah. And if, for example, Fury wins again, then you can match him up with Wilder, who's 6'7". He's a southpaw, so it could give a good fight.
Yeah.
And so let's see these new younger guys fight each other, and maybe one day there's a Mike Tyson or a Lennox Lewis that will come out of that.
Yeah, I'm hoping there will be. I'm hoping there's going to be a guy that's just going to come in and just dominate and be that exciting, enigmatic character that we want in the heavyweight division. We'll see what happens. It's going to be crazy. It's a good thing. Dominance has to come to an end, and sometimes dominance can be a bad thing. And you can make the argument that both the Klitschko's dominance for over a decade was kind of a bad thing for boxing.
In a sense, yes. For the international interest of it, yes.
Yeah, I agree. What else you got?
The second fight was Miguel Cotto against Saul Canelo Alvarez.
That's right, Canelo.
Canelo is a Mexican ginger. That's why he's called Canelo. And he's really good. The guy is boxing since he's 15 years old.
Yeah.
So at 25, he became the WBC vacant title holder by beating Miguel Cotto.
Yep.
So Miguel Cotto is 35 years old. The fight was in Las Vegas. And to me, Saul Alvarez is one of the toughest and 160-pound division. He's tough like a ghost pepper, I guess.
Yes, he is tough like a ghost pepper. That's right. But you know who's tougher than a ghost pepper? This guy.
Yeah, I know.
took on the ghost pepper and I won. I got another one in my fridge, by the way. It's sitting there. I'm not touching that thing, and I'm scared of it.
Keep that for your net.
I've actually never tried a ghost pepper. I want to though.
It was quite an experience, Jeffy. It was quite an experience.
Oh, I know. I saw
it. When you were eating that and you were asking, who eats that?
Yeah.
And when I was younger, as I told you in a chat, my best friend was coming from Laos.
Oh,
so
yeah, okay. Myanmar.
His father was eating that kind of shit all the time. I'm sure his stomach is burnt.
Yes. Has to be.
Oh, just in a soup, he would put maybe 2 peppers like you ate.
I'm sure it's
crazy. I love spicy food.
You know, I took it like a little bit of a bitch. I should have just eaten the whole damn thing at once and just chewed it up, and I should have swallowed it too. I kind of regret not doing that, but you know, it would take quite a lot for me to do it again. I gotta admit.
I laughed so hard by watching that video. It's one of the best videos you did.
I appreciate that. Hurting myself, you know, sometimes that's what you got to do. You just got to take a pepper up the ass, you know? I don't know. But
let's go in our go for it.
Yeah, back to
let's go in.
Canelo.
Let's go in our third fight. Oh, okay. You want to go about Canelo?
Oh, yeah, because we didn't really talk about it. What I wanted to say about Canelo was, you know, he's rebounded so damn well from the Mayweather fight. You know, both these guys got picked apart. I think Cotto was a little bit closer to being Mayweather than Canelo was, who seemed completely outmatched by Mayweather.
Yeah.
But, you know, who doesn't? But it's interesting that he's rebounded so well, and he is what boxing needs right now. He's an exciting young kid. And obviously the fight that everybody wants to see, I think we're going to get in the next few years, Golovkin and Canelo. You know,
oh yeah,
this has got to happen, and hopefully they're not going to duck each other like Pacquiao and Mayweather did. And this is what boxing needs. They need the best in the world to fight each other, and we need to see it in succession.
It would be a really interesting fight. I think probably Golovkin would win that fight.
I think so too,
because he's overall more talented. Canelo Alvarez is much a puncher, like David Lemieux in the same category.
Yeah.
So I expect a fight between Canelo Alvarez and David Lemieux before Golovkin, and I expect probably Alvarez will win.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, you got I'm thinking that's going to happen as well. It's going to be really interesting to see what Golovkin's going to be able to do. I think Canelo has matured so much. He looked like he learned a lot going into that fight against Cotto, you know, because they're the kind of the banger type guys, and he outfought him. It was really nice to see. He fought a little bit more defensively than he usually does too, and maybe he picks something up from the Mayweather fight. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he becomes a more complete boxer.
Yeah.
But I liked Cotto because of his experience, he was able to do 12 rounds with Alvarez. But I didn't like the scorecards because I really think on that one that the judges were bad. Because
really?
It was 118, 110, 119, 119.
I thought all fight judges are bad.
Yeah, but that one, it was closer than...
I think you're right. I think it was definitely closer than the card suggested. I agree with that.
Oh, yeah. And it's the same thing for the third fight I want to talk to you about.
Yes.
It was last week. It was James DeGale from the UK in the 168-pound division, the super middleweight, against Lucien Boutte from Montreal.
Boutte!
And Lucien Boutte! And I'm going to give one thing to James DeGale. He did something that lots of champions don't do. He took his title, the IBF title, and he came to Quebec City to fight an opponent.
I like that.
So, I really like that. I respect that. and by doing so, he even won the fight. It's the same thing that the Cotto and Alvarez fight. I'm not really into the scoring card because it was 117, 111 two times, and 116, 112. But the fight was closer. Lucien Boutet is my guy. He's the boxer that I respect the most. He's a good man. He's a good fighter. He's technically sound. The two guys, it was an interesting fight. I recommend it to everybody because you saw two southpaws.
Well, that's always a nice fight. I like that. I like two southpaws. Some people don't like watching them because it looks like two hippopotamuses trying to fuck each other. But I like it, man. It's so strategic because it's so bizarre. Southpaws don't know what the hell they're doing. It's so crazy. I love seeing two southpaws fight.
And James DeGale, he was strategic because he was changing all the time. He was going from southpaw to orthodox and southpaw orthodox. So he was mixing the thing, and it didn't help Lucien Boutet. So it was a good show. Just to prove you that boxing in Quebec is not dead, Showtime came to Quebec City to show a fight between a guy from the UK and one guy from Montreal. There was 8,000 paying person to see that at the new Videotron Center in Quebec.
That's a nice draw.
Oh, yeah. And usually Lucien Boutet draws more because he's the most beloved boxer in Quebec. But he lost two fights, almost two fights in a row. So he has to rebuild himself.
He should be able to. He's a good fighter, so I'm expecting him to be able to. So
that's it for
that's
boxing.
All you got for me?
Oh, that's enough.
Fantastic first edition, man. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much.
Oh, we had fun, and have a good show, guys.
All right, Frenchie. I appreciate it. Take it easy, buddy.
Okay. Ciao.
Frenchie Ben, everybody. I love this.
What do you got?
I love this intro. That's right, Frenchie Ben, everybody. He did a great job, man. I love boxing. If you want to hear more about boxing, let us know things that you want to know about in the boxing world, and Ben will cover it because it's what he does. He's like Mark Henry. That's what he does. He had to bring up the pepper, though, right?
Yeah. Hey, that was pretty entertaining.
It was. It was. Let's take a call, man. Let's talk to William Fuller. Been trying to call in for a while. William Fuller, you're live with Dead on Dave and The Huff. What you got?
Can you hear me well, Dave?
I can hear you very well, Mr. Fuller.
It's about Tyson Fury. I watched the fight.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury is not a popular person here. Not many people like him. The bookies did not make him stand a chance. I think he was like 5-1 here to win the fight. No, but he did a job. I think it was only the last round of that fight where Klitschko realized that he had to knock him out to win.
Yeah.
That Fury didn't look under control. But
he didn't look crisp. He controlled the fight, and I want to make that clear. He controlled the fight, but he didn't look very. If he was in there with a guy who seemed to have his shit together, I think he would have got destroyed. But Klitschko, for whatever reason, whether he just got a severe case of old, I don't know what happened, but he just did not look good. He could not establish.
I think he was too overconfident going into the fight. I think. I don't know. I mean, Have you heard of a person called Anthony Joshua?
Yes.
I think that he will dominate the heavyweight division because I think he stopped Kevin Johnson within 2 rounds. He's an Olympic gold medalist. I think he's only like 26. I think he will dominate the heavyweight division. He's just awesome, and he's loved here. Tyson Fury is not a liked person over here.
You got a lot of scumbags over there. Yeah, him and David Haye and shit like that.
Oh, freaking David Haye. Tyson Fury and David Haye hate each other.
Oh, I know they do.
I think Tyson Fury will not. Tyson Fury said that he will not give David Haye a fight.
Yeah.
I think Carl Froch isn't going to come out of retirement anymore. He said he was going to come back and then just said he wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh no, I think everything's been said about the boxing, and I just wanted to talk about wrestling for a little bit.
Yeah, let's get back into the wrestling.
Yeah, since Well, I watched the Survivor Series pay-per-view, and I was so pissed off that I haven't watched wrestling since then. And I'll probably watch TLC, and I'll probably I'll tune in the new year, because that's when the Road to the Rumble starts, and that's kind of like, I always get excited for the Rumble.
Yeah.
And even though it was terrible, piss poor last year, I think it will be good this year. But everything's been said about Survivor Series, but I'm just disappointed. I mean, the Christmas period is always the worst time of year for wrestling.
Anyway, yeah.
And I think nothing productive comes out of it. I mean, there's no classic storylines or amazing moments from
How about
the WWE
DX
archives.
Christmas, man? DX Christmas, that's classic.
That's a one-off, though.
It's New Day Christmas now.
Yeah, we're going to get a New Day Christmas. Look, I'm with you, man. Survivor Series was brutal. It was really difficult to get through. And it wasn't even because of how bad necessary the wrestling was. It was just so goddamn predictable to the point where it was insulting. And the WWE
thing about Neville.
Oh, the Neville bit, that's a whole nother story. I mean,
I threw my drink down. I was the fact that he was the only. What the fuck do they have against British people? Like, as soon as Barrett wins King of the Ring, they just bury him, and now suddenly put him. I just don't even know. And then it just pisses me off. I mean, Neville, how long was he NXT champion for?
For over a year.
I mean, I think it's pathetic, but.
Look, Neville he's a tricky guy. He's unbelievably talented, one of the most talented wrestlers.
He's
in the
difficult
world.
to book.
He's a little bit harder to book, and I think and you have a reluctancy out of WWE to kind of book smaller guys strong anyway, unless you're super over like Rey Mysterio. I mean, and while Neville was certainly over, he wasn't Rey Mysterio over, and I think that's kind of makes it a little bit difficult to book him. But at the same time, I don't think it excuses what they've done with him up to this point. Now it seems like they're putting him into a situation where he might be going through a character reimagining with The Miz. I don't know where this is going to go, but at least he's being in a storyline, and hopefully it'll go somewhere in a positive direction. I don't know.
I just hope he doesn't. Would you say he's on the lower card now, or would you say he's in the middle card?
I would say the lower mid card.
Shit.
Yeah, that's where I would say he's right where The Miz is. Wherever you consider The Miz is, that's where he is at.
I'm a big fan of The Miz.
Oh,
why? I think he's brilliant.
Oh,
I think.
God.
No, can I explain why?
Of course you can. That's what the show's all about.
People get pissed off at him, but that's the whole point. He's meant to piss you off and get you on. He's a proper heel. I think he's severely
different
underrated.
types of heat, man. There's different types of heat. I'm not one of these guys who buys into it. If you're
Miz
getting in
gets
the booth
good
and you're
heat.
doing
Reigns
your job,
gets bad heat.
Huh?
Reigns gets bad heat, considering what WWE want to do with him. But Miz gets good heat.
I don't think Miz gets good. I think he's very, very similar to the type of reaction that Reigns gets, and I'll tell you why. The reason why Miz gets booed the way he does is because people see through the phony shit. Miz is actually a really nice guy, and I think he has a hard time being a dickhead. I think he has a hard time with it. And he tries to act too much, and I think it comes off as completely fake. And it's the same thing with Reigns. We know Reigns is not the guy that they're trying to make him be. We all know that Reigns is not a John Cena type guy. You think Roman Reigns gives a shit about fucking hugging cancer patients? No, he doesn't give a shit. Roman Reigns looks like the guy that he is because he is the guy he is. He probably likes to fuck bad bitches and beat the shit out of people. That's probably what he likes to fucking do. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what he likes to do. And
I would have forgiven Reigns for beating Sheamus, like for the Money in the Bank at Survivor Series, if he didn't spear Triple H and Triple H came out and was with Reigns. Because if Reigns made a heel turn then and then Sheamus got rid of the Money in the Bank, I would be fine with that. But because there was no heel turn,
of course you'd be okay with it. We'd all be okay if Reigns would turn heel. We'd all be okay if Cena turns heel. But it's not happening. It's the role that they want these guys in.
I don't mind Cena. I mean, I understand they need a figure like Cena, a Hulk
Of course,
Hogan
it is a necessity.
figure.
Yes,
You need that figure in the company. But we don't want two John Cenas. We don't need that. I mean, I never thought I'd say this. I want John Cena back. we need him back.
Yeah, I think we do need him back. He does serve a purpose. The problem is it's having a guy like John Cena is one thing, but having a guy like John Cena completely bury everybody else is a completely different thing altogether. And the fact that they're doing the exact same style of booking with Roman Reigns, where Roman Reigns is now beating 4 men in a 4-on-1 handicap match. I mean, it's
3. Barrett left.
Oh, yeah. Barrett didn't leave.
Barrett was
didn't
ejected for egregious activity.
Wait a sec. Yeah, Barrett didn't leave. Barrett is the first guy I've ever seen in the history of an active match to get sent away from the ring by a referee. Never seen it before. That was bizarre. That was bizarre.
Can I come to Cena's defense for like 1 second?
Sure.
I think Kevin Owens, he did not bury Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is still going to be a top.
Buried Kevin Owens.
I don't think so.
Not the
Kevin
first
Owens
loss.
is still going to be a top guy. Kevin Owens is still going to be a top guy.
You're right. He is. But check this out. That first loss, you're right. That first loss did not bury Kevin Owens. But that tap-out second loss, that set Kevin Owens back.
I mean, I still, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's going to have a detriment to Kevin Owens' career. But, I mean, losing those Rusev losses are going to have a detriment to his career. But the one thing that really pisses me off...
Lana is a detriment to Rusev's career.
She is so hot. Anyway,
she is hot.
The one thing that pissed me off about John Cena is him burying the Nexus. That is the one that That is the one that tips the iceberg.
Well, think about it. John Cena buried the Nexus, and now Roman Reigns is going to bury the United Nations, which is another Wade Barrett faction. Huh? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna stop. I need to stop talking about it. It's gonna piss me off. I've got one question for both of you guys.
All right.
I think this is a good question. It's like a what is your most, in your opinion, what is the most underrated WrestleMania? What is the most overrated WrestleMania? And what is your favorite WrestleMania?
I hate these questions. How are you going to ask me a 3-part question live on the air? I got nothing. The most overrated of all time. I got to pick between 31 WrestleManias right now. Jesus Christ. Jeff, go ahead. Jeff, have at it.
I was going to say, I haven't watched as many WrestleManias as Dave.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, you bastard.
Okay, forget that question. I'm going to go now.
Hey, Will, I appreciate the call, buddy. Take it easy. Keep rocking in the UK, man.
Okay, see you later, man. Bye-bye.
What's your favorite breakfast you've ever had?
My favorite breakfast.
What seat do you like to sit in the most? What type of questions are these? Oh my God, I don't. Favorite WrestleMania is a little bit easier. I mean, but even that, it's just like you have all these running through your head. But most overrated and underrated, God, I would have to like go back and watch.
I can easily tell you my favorite match.
Yeah. What is your favorite match?
That'd be Taker Michaels at 25.
Ooh, yeah, that's the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. That's true. That was a good one. I like that. Fake ass twat says, I thought Miz was actually a cunt bag girl. Nice. There you go. Adrian Alex Poe says Reigns should go back down to NXT. I don't know, maybe. You ready for another call?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's do it. 909. You're live with Dead on Dave and the Hoof.
What's up, man? There's Jordan Turner. How you doing?
Jordan Turner. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up?
I'm good. I got a quick question.
All right.
I remember you were talking about the possibility of Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar.
Yes, I did a whole video on it. Yeah.
No, I saw that. That was a good video. I don't think that match should really happen. I think Kevin Owens already has the ready-made feud for WrestleMania with Sami Zayn.
No. Not happening. I'll tell you why. Sami Zayn's not coming up to the main roster. He's going back down to NXT. I don't think.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So if he's starting in NXT, that means he won't be up till at earliest Royal Rumble. I don't want to see this feud rushed into WrestleMania. And I know what you're going to say. A lot of people are going to say they have history. Yeah, they have history that a very small group of people know about. Unless you're an independent guy, you don't know shit about this feud unless you saw the NXT stuff, which, let's face it, while interesting, was not very long. I just don't like the idea of passing on a match that I think can be absolutely huge in Kevin Owens and Brock Lesnar, which you need a big money match. And I think people keep forgetting the fact that they have to sell out 115,000 seats. Booked properly, Brock Lesnar and Kevin Owens is going to be a top 3 match at WrestleMania, and I believe it is one of the better options that they have left. Zayn and Owens can be built for next year's main event status, and I think that it would be way more effective than rushing into it now. I love Sami Zayn. I love Kevin Owens. I love Steen and El Generico. I've been watching that shit for years. But let's save that for when Zayn is a little bit more established and 100% healthy, you know?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. But say if they do the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens match, say if they do that match, what match do you think Brock Lesnar is going to be in? Do you think he's going to be in a title match, or do you think he's going to be in a scenario dream match type?
See, that's the whole problem. That's why I think that the Kevin Owens thing is the only thing that really makes sense, because now the Undertaker's off the boards. We don't want to see Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar again, because that means when Brock comes back, he's going to have to go back to being a heel. We know Roman Reigns. Yeah. We're pretty sure Roman Reigns is going to be the champion going into WrestleMania. I guess if they wanted to, if Roman Reigns completely doesn't work, I guess you could do Sheamus and Brock Lesnar for the title, I guess. But who gives a shit about that? You know, I think you're in a tough situation, and Owens and Lesnar might be one of your only ways out. And I think it's a really good way to go. That's why I booked it fantasy-wise, you know. So, I don't know.
Yeah. But I think, do you see them really doing Roman versus Triple H at WrestleMania, possibly for the championship?
I think it's a possibility, but
possibly
for that to happen, wouldn't Triple H have to win the Royal Rumble? And I don't see them completely wiping off whoever wins the Royal Rumble just for Triple H. I mean, they've done that. They've taken away the number one contender spot quite frequently the last few years. So I don't want to see them do that again. A lot of the Lesnar and Owens build for me really is predicated on the fact that I got Daniel Bryan coming back and winning the Rumble. And I don't know how Daniel Bryan is going to come back, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to heel Bryan, or at least tweener Bryan, and have him take on Roman Reigns and maybe a respect type of angle. I don't know. They're really in a tough spot. They're in a really difficult position right now. Jeff, what do you think, man?
Yeah.
I'd be interested in seeing tweener Bryan, or even heel Bryan, where he's just absolutely insane.
But Bryan's already still going to be over, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the problem, and that's one of the reasons why they're hesitant, I'm sure, about bringing Bryan back, because it might hurt the Roman Reigns push, and they're so adamant about not just making Roman Reigns the champion and top guy, but they want to make us love him, and that is something that's not going to happen. So they've got to get away from that.
They have to, but they're content on doing that.
Yeah.
They're content on having us love them so much.
It seems like
I think it's gonna backfire.
Oh, it already has, and I think it'll continue to do so. It's backfired twice already. I think it's just a matter of time before it happens again. There's a lot of talk of people who can come up. There's a lot of talk of what Ambrose can do. I think there's options. It's just some of them are very convoluted right now because we just don't know what the WWE wants, how far they're going to be willing to go to make Roman Reigns over. How far are they willing to go? Are they going to team him with Cena? I mean, is that how far they're going to go? Are they going to have Brock Lesnar lose clean to Roman Reigns? Is that how far they're going to go? Because that is an option.
Yeah.
To have Brock Lesnar come back.
That is an option.
You have Brock Lesnar come back as a dickhead heel, which he can do very well. Him and Heyman come back, fuck the Suplex City, fuck all the T-shirts, and just be assholes, and then have Reigns beat him clean at WrestleMania. That would be insane, but it's something that they might decide to do.
Yeah. I got one more thing.
Okie doke.
I really do think the WWE is going to do John Cena versus The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Because I don't see them. Well, you're going to put John Cena in the championship title match? I don't think so.
I don't see that. Yeah.
He's going to get to 16 eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they've been eyeing John Cena versus Undertaker for a while now.
Well, that's been in the works, but the only problem with that is, aside from, unless they're going to have it as a retirement match for The Undertaker, and that's what they're going to give to Cena, other than that, there's really nothing else for Cena to take. I mean, I don't know
He did it all.
I've heard the rumors. I don't believe Meltzer, though. I really don't. So I just don't
Yeah.
know. That's a tough one to me. They have a situation. We know that John Cena is going to come back and get back in the United States title match situation with Alberto Del Rio. Probably take the belt off him quite quickly. But the question is, what's that? What after that?
Yeah, what's after that? Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a tough
but
one.
In my opinion,
Del Rio's off my TV. I mean that's.
But in my opinion, like you were saying, I think they have no choice. I mean, who are you going to put Taker against? I mean, I think the only logical opponent is Cena.
Well, if he's healthy, Sting. If he's healthy, Sting. If Sting can fight,
no doubt.
Sting.
No doubt about it. But I don't think Vince is going to do that, though.
It's risky. It's risky. But he might not have a choice. I mean, it's just a tough situation. We'll see what happens. And I appreciate the call, Mr. Turner.
All right, man. Thank you for taking my call, man.
Hey, no problem, man. Take it easy. Over the top rope, you go. Jordan Turner,
These
everybody.
biscuits aren't half bad.
You're eating your biscuits. Are you happy with them?
They're not bad. I forgot to put the salt in.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You forgot. How do you forget to put salt in? It's like, oh, I forgot to put salt.
I just missed it. So these biscuits contain Greek yogurt, some flour, a little bit of sugar, and baking powder.
That sounds like absolute horribleness. I gotta be
They're
honest.
they're actually not that bad. I also sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on them, but the base, it's not bad.
It sounds like something that would be served to me in a nightmare. I got it. Like maybe if you slathered it with peanut butter. I mean, maybe that would be something I could do.
Well, what do you want to put in the biscuit mix? Because I'm really thinking about making another batch with something in them.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. I don't know. Put strawberries. I don't know. Can you put strawberries in a biscuit mix?
Yeah, maybe a little strawberries. I don't have strawberries.
All right, here we go. This is a good thing. People in the chat. What should Jeff put in his biscuit mix? There we go. And don't be too crude about it. We're trying to help out Huffman here. Help the Huffman put more flavor in his biscuits. That sounded dirty.
I don't have the chat up, so keep an eye on that, please.
I'll keep an eye on it. I'll let you know. Right now, wiener is the number one suggestion. And
I don't have any hot dogs, nor do I eat hot dogs.
That was suggested by me, wiener. So there you go.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't have any hot dogs.
No,
so.
not that type of wiener. Different type.
I mean, I don't really want them to be too sticky, so.
Fair enough. All right, let's jump back in. I know you had some other baseball stuff you wanted to get to. So what else you got for me in the realm of Major League Baseball?
Well, I mean, like I said, had Samardzija getting a $90 million deal.
Ridiculous.
That still makes me laugh. Hayward's not going to the Phillies.
No.
I think now that the Cardinals have missed out on the big time of free agents, that they're really gonna try and get Hayward first, and then try and get that next starting pitcher, which they need.
Yeah. You guys are whiffing on people. By the way, we have some suggestions. Adrian Alex Poe says, Ghost Peppers. Fake Ass Twat says, his dick. Patrick Glynn says, okay, back thought vegetable flyer started. Okay, never mind. Ahmad Towan says cinnamon sugar. He gave you a real one. There you go, cinnamon sugar.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon sugar. Bear says semen. There you go. Terry, the Snow Queen, says cheese. There you go.
I got some Provel cheese.
Some Provel cheese. There you go. Let's take another call.
Provel cheese is incredible.
I want to talk about Barry Bonds. Remind me about Barry Bonds. We got to talk about Barry Bonds. Got to talk about
Barry Bonds. Okay.
The new hitting instructor over there in Fleur. One of the 2 hitting instructors they have. Excuse me.
Yeah, we're going to find out everybody on the Marlins is going to have AIDS from shooting needles into their own.
That's right. Hey, why do I have all this cream and clear all over me? I don't know. 856, you're live with Dead on Dave and Huff. What you got?
Hey, Dave, it's Patrick. Yes, I know. Jason Hayward is not going to the Phillies.
No, you giant troll. No, he's not.
You know what, Pat? Pat, I honestly feel bad for you being a Philly sports fan. I really do.
Don't feel bad.
I mean, we got the.
It's just my lot in life.
Well, let's do the list. I mean, right now the best team that you have are the Flyers, who are playing pretty damn well at times this year.
Yeah.
They're going through a little bit of a streak right now. But other than that, you've got the disgrace of all fucking disgraces, those Philadelphia 76ers. My God. Loathsome.
Did they lose again today?
What's that?
Did they lose again today?
Probably, more than likely, if I had to guess.
They were playing this afternoon.
They are atrocious.
Absolutely. I know they're atrocious.
You got.
I don't even watch basketball, so I can't give you any insight on that. But
they're down by 1 point in the fourth quarter to Toronto. So, no, I'm sorry. They lost to Denver. They lost again. They're horrible. Horrible.
I know they're horrible.
You got the Eagles, who, thanks to them not being able to perform on the field, Chip Kelly's fucking gone. I don't know why they just don't fire him now. Why wait to the end of the season? He's gone. He's done. He's not staying. He cannot be brought back next year. Chip Kelly is gone. Right? Am I wrong here?
No, you're not wrong. I think Chip Kelly should be gone too.
Yeah, that trade worked out great for both teams.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's just like
well, the Foles thing, that's not entirely his fault because our Fisher, when it comes to offense, is a complete idiot.
Yeah, he's gone too. Fisher's gone too. I hate to tell you. I don't know if you know this or not, but Fisher's getting fired too. I'm almost positive of it. Unless the Rams win out, he's getting fired too. The Rams should be so much better than what they are. He's gone.
You beat Arizona in Arizona. You beat Seattle.
And then he lost to Chicago.
You can't beat Chicago.
Yes.
Minnesota's a legit team.
They're legit-ish. They're legit-ish. Yeah.
You lose to Baltimore.
And we all know the one team that is really pissing Dave off is still undefeated, and that's the stupid Panthers.
Look, the Panthers don't even piss me off because I know what's going to – look, I've seen this before with many teams. If you can't look at the Panthers' record, their schedule, and see that they have played fucking nobody – and the good teams that are on the list, they played them at their absolute lowest points of the goddamn season. Look, I'm not saying Carolina doesn't have a great defense. They got a great defense. But I want to see them play a team with an actual offense. Let's see what they do against Arizona, huh? Because it's the only good team in the NFC besides Carolina. Arizona's the best team in the NFC. Period. They're the best team in the NFC, and they are going to fucking crush Carolina when they play. Unfortunately, it probably won't be until the NFC Championship game, but I won't be surprised if a mediocre team, a hot team like Green Bay, after getting that huge win against Detroit, goes into the playoffs, because I'm not sure they're going to be able to they probably will win the division, but if they get a wild card, that's the worst thing that could happen to Carolina, because when they beat
Carolina will go undefeated in the regular season and bounce in the first round.
Yeah, they'll get a bye and then they'll lose the next one, and yeah, absolutely, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just not sold on these guys.
Now we got all them fans are like, well, shit. Now what are we gonna do? I guess we gotta wait for NASCAR.
NASCAR racing. What else you got for me, Glenny?
I don't know if you knew this about me. I used to be a NASCAR fan.
Were you really?
I am a NASCAR fan, but you know.
Yeah, up until a couple years ago.
What happened?
What happened? I just kind of lost interest. Jimmy Johnson won 5 championships in a row. It's just
You don't like dominance?
No, not in NASCAR. No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
It's the art of going fast and turning left.
You know, maybe my interest started to die down when I saw Talladega Nights, and I realized that's not how NASCAR is.
It would be so much better if that is how it was, though, wouldn't it? My God.
Oh yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Hey, Patty, you got anything else for me?
No, the reason I said something about Jason Hayward is that something on Philly.com had posted that he would be a good fit in a Phillies uniform.
In 5 years,
Jason Hayward's a good fit anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they said something about that the Phillies they've got so much money under the cap and they're saving money on that Peter Bourgeois signing and all this stuff.
It would be wasted. It would just be a wasted move. It doesn't make any sense. And look.
Yeah, thanks for freeing up a roster spot for us.
Yeah, right.
You're welcome.
What would drive me?
The Phillies aren't going to be as bad as they were this year, but they're going to still be bad.
They're going to be bad. They're going to be really bad. They might be worse.
I don't see them losing 99 games though.
They're going to lose probably around 94, 95.
About that, yeah.
That's still really bad. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens with Hayward. Look, let's face it. I'm not a fan of paying a guy $200 million for essentially a half a season, because that's what the best baseball Hayward has ever played was the second half of this year with the Cardinals. Up until then, it's been a lot of missed promises and unfulfilled potential. And they're talking about...
He had that one good season in Atlanta, and then he tailed off?
I don't think that, for me, that does not justify a $200 million contract. It just doesn't. And I don't think he's going to get that. Yeah, but,
like the way contracts are going nowadays...
True. Yeah, what the fuck do I know? Samardzija got $90 fucking million. What? Jesus Christ. And you know what? Hitting's at such a fucking premium that, yeah, you know what? Yeah, screw it. Give him $300. Who cares?
We got a new TV deal about to kick in, too.
Yeah, but you're missing. You're missing on all of the free agents. You're missing on all of them. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, we still make it to the postseason, so I mean, we don't have to fix what's not broken.
True, but losing Hayward and losing Lackey now, and if you do not get a good replacement for those guys, that is going to hurt you. As good of an organization as you are, that's going to hurt.
The Cardinals will go out and pick up like Bartolo Colon, and they'll win like 17 games for him, and they'll be in the World Series again.
Wouldn't surprise me. The Cardinals may be the best run organization in all of sports.
The Cardinals are the New York Giants of the baseball world.
I don't know. I think they may be the best run organization in all of sports. I mean, it's very, very possible. They are that good.
Well, next to the Chicago
Blackhawks are turning into that too. I make that comparison all the time.
I think the Blackhawks are in that same category, sure. But while the Blackhawks have been good for 5 or 6 years, the Cardinals have been good for 10, 15. So it's just like, what are we talking about? I don't know. Patty, good call, buddy. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. I'm getting ready to watch the Flyers and the Blue Jackets. So you all guys have a good night.
I got the Blues game here in about an hour.
Go CBJ. Take it easy.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Dave.
Let's take another call. Philip Tutabene. Philip Tutabene. He called into the Huffman and the Dead on Dave. Philip Tutabene. What you got for me, man? You're live, Dead on Dave, in the Huff.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, dude?
I can't believe I actually got in. I called in like half an hour ago.
Well, you see, I got a bunch of callers and stuff. I got to juggle things, man. Don't,
crazy.
It doesn't mean I don't love you as much as I do. You know I do. Don't take offense. Don't be a jilted lover. It's not good.
Thank you, Dave.
What you got for me, man?
Oh, I wanted to talk about, since we saw Tommy Dreamer from Return on Raw, I want to know if you think there's going to be any more people coming in from ECW, like maybe RVD? Or
somebody is wiping their ass with a microphone, and I'd like them to stop.
I wonder who.
It's you, dude. You're squeaking, dude.
I am.
A little bit, but now it seems to be resolved. So you're wondering if more guys from ECW can be coming in. That's the question?
Yeah.
Yes. Long story short, yes. I do think that there'll be one more guy, more than likely. Did I blame you when it was actually Huffman? Yes, Huffman. I blame Tuta Bene for the crackling.
I'm sorry.
And it was you dirty bastard.
Well, no, I'm making more biscuits.
Well,
I'm
use
digging
your
into the flour
goddamn
bed.
microphone as you make the biscuits. We're
trying to have a serious wrestling.
We're having a serious conversation, and your biscuits are fucking it up.
I honestly don't know what that is because I'm not moving right this second.
Oh, it's not. Nothing's like. I don't hear anything this second, so I think you're good.
Okay, whatever.
It's one of you bastards.
Oh, the Blues are on now. The Blues are on now.
I'm firing both of you. All right. I do think another guy will get brought in. More than likely, I see it being Rob Van Dam. I think the obvious guy is Spike Dudley, but Spike does not get along with WWE, so I don't see that happening. And the reason why I'm rushing through it is because I have kind of talked about this already this week, a couple of times actually. So, yeah, I think Rob Van Dam makes a lot of sense. And Spike, if they can get him in there, that would work too. Even though him going against the mountains that are the Wyatts is not ideal, but they're going to lose anyway. The Wyatts are going to win this match, so it doesn't matter who they bring in.
And I kind of wanted to expand on this. I was just thinking, this is Survivor Series booking that they're doing for TLC like a month later.
It is in a way. Noticed. It is in a way.
Because they have like Roman Reigns with the Usos and Dean Ambrose. It's like, oh yeah, your whole family is going to be affected. And then they have the ECW family, like the Dudleys and Tommy Dreamer. It's They should do this last month.
It's just really... It's like they got so thrown off by the Seth Rollins thing that they forgot the book for Survivor Series. They're like, oh, fuck. Well, let's just do it for TLC. Maybe no one will notice.
And they just throw everything together for the next month and a half.
Phil, whatever you're doing is killing me, man. Whatever that noise is, it's absolutely killing me. I'm going to have to let you go.
All right, man.
I appreciate the call, though, buddy. You got another question that I can answer while I let you go?
No, that was really all I wanted to talk about.
All right, well, I appreciate the call, pal.
All right, thank you.
Take it easy, Philip Tuta Bene. Philip Tuta Bene with the squeaky microphone. Put some WD-40 on your microphone, Philip Tuta Bene. I don't. Is it you? I'm gonna kill both. I'm killing everybody.
No, I'm not. I am not moving right this second.
I don't know. Let's see here. Adrian Alex Poe says, "Who wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?" I'm gonna go with.
Nobody cares. Sorry.
That's what I'm gonna go with. You know who's gonna win? I can tell you who's gonna win. This guy right here. That's right. Dance, Blues Clues boy. That's right. I love this video.
That is just great,
isn't it? I think it's so magical that they're actually able to capture somebody's soul dying. It's just fantastic. Dance, Steve. Yeah, the magical dog's gonna get you, Steve.
How many people have they gone through on that show?
As far as I know, only 2, because the show ended after. Because I used to watch it, man. I can't even lie. I remember, and this is a really embarrassing story, but when I was in high school, yes.
Oh, jeez.
Like 9th grade high school. 9th grade. Maybe 8th grade.
Dave.
Maybe middle. I'm going to say middle high. Junior high.
Dave.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get to this. If I was sick and I had to miss some school, I would come home and I would watch The Price is Right. I'd watch Let's Make a Deal.
The Good Price is Right with Bob Barker.
Yeah, I couldn't miss that. I'd watch Press Your Luck. I'd watch all these damn shows. And then I would turn on Nick Jr. I'd turn on Nickelodeon. And at that time, around noon, it'd be Nick Jr. And I'd get Big Blue House, Bear in a Big Blue House. I had Blues Clues. Rugrats.
Yeah, when
the whole
Nickelodeon was actually good.
I watched it all, man, and I didn't give a fuck. Loved it.
Yeah, Nickelodeon sucks now.
Yeah, I know. It's depressing. See, I got the best Nickelodeon. Being a 90s kid, we got the best. We got the best of everything.
You had Cat Dog.
Oh, Cat Dog was fine, but I'm talking like when I remember the Rocko's Modern Life and Doug and Angry Beavers, Pete and Pete, Salute Your Shorts, Hey Dude, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Double Dare. I mean, Guts. I mean, come on, man. It was just like...
Hey, no, I'm not... Nickelodeon back in the day, I mean...
It was the best.
Awesome.
It was the best.
It really was.
They're coming back, man. They're having a new channel called The
Hey
Splat.
Arnold. Oh, Hey Arnold. I love that show.
Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold, Rugrats, all of that shit. Loved it. Loved it.
The old
Real
SpongeBob?
Monsters. Real Monsters. That was great.
The old SpongeBob?
Yeah, Clarissa Explains It All. That's a great one, too. I love that. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Are You Afraid of the Dark? How good was that?
Okay, see, now you're getting past my time.
Ah, that's a shame. Hey Dude. If you didn't watch Hey Dude, Wild and Crazy Kids, Patrick Glenn, you're the man. Wild and Crazy Kids, that was shit. That was the shit. Wild and Crazy Kids. Animaniacs, but Animaniacs, I believe, was on the WB because they were Warner Brothers. I believe they were on the WB, but I might be wrong about that. All that was okay. I'm gonna go even farther back, Patrick Glenn, since he's naming off all these good ones. How about Roundhouse? Which one of you motherfuckers in there watched the Roundhouse? That was the show. The Roundhouse was incredible. That was a good one. I like that.
Rocket Power?
Now that's millennial bullshit.
You didn't like Rocket Power?
That was after my time, man.
Okay, fair enough.
That was after my time. Keenan and Kel. I love Keenan. Well, I kind of like Keenan and Kel. I like Kel. I didn't really care for Keenan.
Yeah, not many people do nowadays.
I still don't like him. Yeah, it's weird. Adrian Allan Poe. Melody married Ben Stiller. That's right. Christine Taylor married Ben Stiller. That's 100% true. 100% fact there. 100% true. That's good stuff. Well, we're running out of shit to talk about when we're going into 90s nostalgia.
Right, I think our doesn't really taper to our audience right now.
Yeah, we are. Nick Arcade, holy shit. Nick Arcade was awesome. Nick Arcade was great. You can't say that on television. That was great. Freaking, that's where Alanis Morissette got her start. The Secret World of Alex Mack, wasn't a fan of Alex Mack. Harriet the Spy, though. I liked Harriet the Spy. That was all right. But I was a Pete and Pete fanatic. I couldn't. Adrian Allan Poe says, you're not allowed to say that on television. No, you doucher. It was you can't say that on television. What's the matter with you? I don't think there was a show, you're not allowed to say that on television. Doucher. That's right. Oh, God, I miss 90s. God, it was great being in the 90s. I miss the 90s.
Yeah.
Good times. But you were just a baby.
Yeah, I was, but I don't know. Growing up in the 2000s, basically, I still consider myself a 90s.
Well, yeah, I did the same thing. Like, I was born in 83, but I consider myself an 80s kid, even though I was really a 90s kid. I consider myself
a lot of the
90s
shows
kid.
that you mentioned were still on. I mean, when I was, I don't know, 7 or 8.
I don't know. Growing up in it, though, it's so different. Like, man, the 90s were awesome. The 90s sucked when they were the 90s, but now that we're in the 2000s and we're seeing how shitty things really are, the 90s were awesome.
God. It's terrible. It's terrible now.
Oh, the entitlement bullshit that we have to deal with now, and everybody, you can't offend me, and everything is about fucking the next fad of greedy bullshit. Buy organic. Not a fucking difference. This carrot doesn't taste any fucking different than that carrot, assholes. By the way, you know why they use pesticides? Because the fucking natural pesticides that are on most of those goddamn organic bullshit, they kill you. They'll fucking kill you, you stupid asshole. God.
How do you feel? How do you feel after that?
I feel a little bit better. I'm not as cleansed as after I ate the pepper, but pretty good.
And I think Tarasenko scored. That's nothing new.
He's on fire. Tarasenko.
My favorite Russian.
I don't know. There you go. Well, I think we about hit on everything that we're going to hit on today. It was Barry Bonds. Let's hit Barry Bonds real quick.
Barry Bonds, yeah.
Let's hit on Barry Bonds and then get up out of here. Barry Bonds become the new hitting instructor for the Miami Marlins. What do you think about that, man? Is Barry Bonds going to get through this season?
It's going to be a major distraction. It's going to be. Did you hear the first comment he said when he?
Which one?
When he got the job.
Which one?
The one where he said the first thing he says is, "I am a Hall of Fame player."
Oh yeah. Oh, he is. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
No, I'm not denying this man's talent, and what he can bring to the Marlins. I mean, regardless of what he did, taking steroids and all that stuff, this guy was still. I mean, you can make a case for him being one of the greatest, if not the greatest player to step on a baseball field.
Plain and simple, Barry Bonds.
And this guy is a student of the game. He can bring, just an unbelievable amount of knowledge about hitting to this Miami ball club. You pair him up with Giancarlo Stanton. Oh my God! I mean, if it works out, and they have a healthy relationship there, that can be a disgusting combination.
It could, but there's a lot of ifs here. Look, Barry Bonds.
Let me give you my big if real quick. This is the Miami Marlins we're talking about.
Yes, and that's a big part of this.
And Jeffrey Loria will do anything. I mean, he'll reach out into another freaking galaxy to try and make.
This is not a slam dunk. This is not a slam dunk. Barry Bonds is probably one of the three greatest pure hitters I've ever seen on tape, on fucking kaleidoscope, whatever. He's one of the three greatest hitters who's ever lived. I believe that fully, and I do not like Barry Bonds. But I
despise Barry Bonds.
That leads me to my next issue. Nobody likes Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds' friends will tell you they don't like Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is an insufferable asshole. He admits it. He embraces it. It's completely okay to say on a low-rated podcast. He's an insufferable asshole. He's hard to deal with. He's a prima donna. He is a fucking dick. And that's okay because he's Barry goddamn Bonds. But here's what he's going to have to do. He's going to be able to get along with everybody in that clubhouse, and he's got to be able to take all that knowledge that he has in his head about hitting and be able to translate it to young hitters in a dying organization. One of the worst situations in all of baseball is down there in Miami, and he's going to have to deal with all of that. Plus, he's going to want to have to go through the daily grind of being a coach, and
yep.
It's a very difficult
situation. And the hours for a coach are much longer than for a player.
And have to deal with not getting the glory that he was going to get as a player. All of that. Look, I don't know if he can make the impressive transition that, Mark McGwire has made. Mark McGwire has been very impressive in his transition.
Mark McGwire got hired here in St. Louis. He admitted to what he did. And look at the offense that he brought to St. Louis. It was the best offense in the league for 2 years.
Yeah. But he was able to take what he knew as a hitter and translate it to young hitters. And
Mark McGwire's not the hitter that Barry Bonds is.
No. But he's a better human being. And because of the fact that he did not get frustrated when some hitters did not understand what he was saying, he was able to find new ways of translating it and teach. I got a feeling when Giancarlo Stanton goes, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Barry. Barry's going to lose his shit and blast him in the fucking media. Because he's a dick.
Oh, definitely.
So I don't know. It's a desperate move.
Well, isn't any move in New Orleans desperate?
Yeah, that's true. Pittsburgh Boy 96 is in the chat finally. He says, did Dave already answer the questions I had in the chat? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Pittsburgh. I answered them. It was great. So, well, I think another week down here on Dead on Dave Productions, man. I saw Jay Davis in the chat, Real Talk to Metaphor Messiah. Make sure you guys are keeping an eye on his new album that comes out on December 17th, 2015. You can get it wherever digital distribution takes place, but make sure you at least go check out www.bandcamp.com. It's in the chat below. And you can get it there for $9, man. And let me tell you, I've listened to this album. It's friggin' amazing, man. You got to check it out. You're going to love it.
I get out of school in actually a little over a week. I have a lot of free time, more free time on my hands. I can check some stuff out.
Sweet. But we're going to have the official launch party and the return of Dead on Dave's famous, world-famous Creators Corner coming back. And
lovely.
Can't wait for that. We're going to do the release launch party for Mr. Real Talk. Pittsburgh Boy says, Dave, can you answer one more question? Yes, I can, but I have a feeling you're...
Yes, Roman Reigns is not playing for the Pirates.
That's right. While we're waiting for Pittsburgh to ask that question, let's take a call from Tony Hall. He's tried to call all show. I didn't take his call. Let's take it now. Tony Hall, you're live with Dead on Dave and The Huff. What you got?
What's up?
What's up, man?
Oh, not much, man. What a week. But I think Brock Lesnar should come into the Royal Rumble, and I saw your little video there, and I'm thinking if they bring back Daniel Bryan, how about a pop?
Yeah,
I heard. Who are you yelling at?
I think he's yelling at his dad or something, or his brother. I don't know.
So what are you thinking? Can we? I'm thinking if Jeff Hardy comes back, do you think can he come to the Royal Rumble?
Orton's not possible. Orton probably will not be back in time. I think he's going to be missing a significant amount of time. Daniel Bryan, I don't think it has as much to do with his shoulder, his elbow, his knee, whatever's wrong with him now. I don't think it has anything, his concussions. I don't think it has anything to do with that as much as it does WWE want to have him back at the same time when they're trying to make Roman Reigns be the most beloved man in the world, because that's going to take away from that. So I don't know. More than likely not, if I had to guess. Daniel Bryan, if he ever returns, won't be until well after the Royal Rumble, well after WrestleMania, but we'll see.
Yeah, I understand. I'm thinking Jeff Hardy. If Jeff Hardy comes back,
no, I don't see that either.
That'd be huge.
I don't see that either. I don't see that happening either. Jeff Hardy's 39 years old. He hasn't looked right since he hurt himself. That last leg break looked really brutal. I don't know if he's going to be the same. Plus, WWE, I don't think they have a spot for him. What are they going to do with Jeff Hardy? What are they going to do with him? Nobody's jumping off of ladders no more. Nobody's doing crazy shit. What are you going to do with Jeff Hardy?
I don't know. I'm just thinking if they bring him back and just have him be a commentator or something to, tell the story for that, I don't
know. Jeff Hardy has not been known for his speaking ability.
He doesn't?
No, he can't talk. He's from North Carolina. He can barely friggin' put together a sentence, and that's when when he's not on drugs. So I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a big old drug. Well, he used to be a big druggie. Now he's clean, but he's a weird guy anyway. He calls his land where he lives the Magi Nation. Yes, that's a real fucking thing. The Magi Nation. Yes. Interesting. Unbelievable.
Wow. And I was watching. I didn't tell you this, Dave. I forgot to tell you. December 29th, WWE SmackDown comes to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
At Verizon Center. So I'm thinking, okay, not want to go or not.
Oh, Daniel Bryan's not from Washington D.C. He's from Washington State.
I am. I'm going.
I thought you said Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
No,
I'm sorry. If I go to it, it's the same day. They never book it right.
We'll go to
they never do that.
Oh, I would go if it's where I am. I'm going. Just because live events are awesome, man. Going to a live event is great. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I was at Survivor Series last year.
Yeah, you were, you lucky prick. That was fantastic.
that was awesome.
That was awesome. You got to see the stinger. All right, Tony. You got anything else before I let you go, bud?
Let me think here. I have Brock Lesnar. I'm hoping he can challenge his WWE Championship. I think Brock Lesnar needs to be he got screwed over the WWE Championship. What is he going to do with that title?
He's not. No. Roman Reigns is going to be champion, and Brock Lesnar is going to be doing something else. We'll see. That was widely incoherent, but it's all right anyway. Tony, I appreciate the call, buddy.
No problem, man.
Take it easy.
I will.
I'm tired. That one wore me out.
Well, what time is it over there?
It's 1:36. That one wore me out. But I got to answer Pittsburgh's question. So, and this looks like only Pittsburgh would wait until the end of a show and then ask a fucking question like this. This is what he wrote in the goddamn chat. He goes, "There's this girl I've been best friends with for the past 5 to 6 years. Well, I really like her. How do I get her out of the friend zone? I don't know how to tell her that I don't want to ruin our friendship." Well, first let me give you a little correction. She's not in the friend zone. You're in the friend zone.
Exactly.
That's an important distinction. The pussy controls who is in and who is out of the friend zone. And while you may be a pussy, you do not possess a pussy. So
that we know of.
That we know of. No, in all seriousness, I'm just giving you shit, Pittsburgh. Let me see. The best way I can answer this. 5 to 6 years is it? It was you, Huffman.
No, I'm closing bags right now.
You were opening bags earlier. I yelled at Philip to the Ben.
I was funneling through a bag.
I'm gonna funnel through your eyeball, dude. What the fuck? I'm gonna kill you, man. 5 to 6 years, man. That's a long time, Pittsburgh. That's a really long time to be in a friend zone. But the reality is this: you've got to ask yourself this question: if you dig her that much, is it worth trying to fuck her, knowing that you could lose a friendship? If you don't want to ruin your friendship, then you got to keep your goddamn mouth shut. Now, here's what you can do. You can get really drunk, okay? You can get really drunk with her and just whip out a dick. You just whip out your dick and see what happens.
Stuff happens.
You might be able to fuck her. It's very possible that you can have a night.
But we're not trying to get him sent to jail for rape.
No. Remember, you got to prove that you have consent now. So just make sure that you get her to write a nice letter saying that she's good and everything. Videotape the whole scenario. Yes, she'll be drinking, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure you can get proper approval and protect yourself at the same time. Well, then don't take advantage of her. You're not taking advantage of her. If you just whip out your dick and don't say anything, if she puts her hands on it, that's completely up to her. Don't get her too drunk. One drink to loosen her up a little bit, because I don't know how ugly you are. You might be butt ugly and you might need to take 2 drinks. I don't know. But I'm assuming you're a 1-drink guy. So, especially because I'm such an asshole. 1 drink, you get relaxed, and then whip out your dick. Because I just don't... You're in a tough situation because you're in the friend zone. You're best friends, you know? I mean, what are you going to do? You got to take a risk. Patrick Glenn, you got to take a chance. I did with Terry. It's online, you fuck. It's not the same
Is that worthy with a beer emoji?
It's not the same thing.
Is that worth a beer emoji?
That's definitely worth a beer emoji. No question. Is that worth a beer?
Hey, I haven't posted one of those in a couple of days, so.
I could just imagine Patrick Lynn. Ha-ha, Terry. Ha-ha. I take out my penis now, Terry. Ha! Yeah, I stole a bit from Tommy. Go fuck. I don't care. Dark Angel 595. Why does he have to have alcohol? How else do you get out of the fucking Look, I'm just trying to give him a legitimate way to at least fuck the girl. And I'm trying to help my man's out. Because you need to have an excuse to be able to explain why your dick was out. And having a few drinks in you is a really good... You just get really drunk. Don't get her drunk. You get fucking hammered. Whip out your dick. It'll lower your inhibition. Your dick's out, and if she's sober and starts fucking going down, then you got a little bit of chum time there. So you're okay. Terry says, no, don't do what Dave says. That's exactly what you should do. Unless you're going to say, fuck it, I'm not going to be a pussy about this. I'm going to risk losing a friendship. Then you could talk to her as a man and just be straight. Just be like, look, I have feelings for you. They developed over the past 5 months. But okay, if you want to have a serious relationship with her, then you just got to be a man and risk losing a relationship. Plain and simple. But you don't want to do that because you're saying, well, I don't want to risk losing a friendship. Well, then you're kind of fucked. So that's why I'm saying get yourself nice and intoxicated and whip out your dick. There you go.
All right.
Remember, if you take nothing else from tonight, William Fuller just put it in quotations because it's the most important thing you'll ever know. The pussy controls the friend zone. All right? That's their space. There you go. Adrian Alex Post says, tell her she's boring and has no personality and you don't want her as a friend anymore. That's one way of going about it. That's definitely one way to go about it. It's Dark Angel 595. Dave has been out of the game too long. Well, that doesn't mean that I lost my knowledge. I'm giving some really good goddamn advice here. I think
Barry Bonds has been out of the game since 2007. I don't think he lost. Well, then again, I don't know what steroids can do to your brain.
That's right. That's right. The reality is I'm giving world-class advice to this kid. He needs a little bit of help. The reality is 5-6 years in the friend zone, how the fuck else are you going to get out of it? You don't. You don't get out of it. And the last thing you want to do is get advice from fucking women on this subject, too. Sorry, Terry. Sorry, Dark Angel. But the reality is you're not going to give him any good advice. What advice did you give? Let me go back now I'm pissed off. Let's see. Let's see what you guys said. Did you guys give any fucking advice? Let's find out. Pitt, sometimes you have to take chances. She might be feeling the same way. That's what I said, but he doesn't want to risk losing a goddamn friendship. So I'm going to say it a little bit more. Don't be a pussy and ask a question. But if you're afraid to risk losing a friendship, then whip out your dick when you're drunk. That's it. Those are your options. What the fuck are you doing, Huffman?
Oh, sorry. That's my bad. I'm wrapping the biscuits up, and it's right next to the mic. That's my bad.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude. Never cook while podcasting ever again. It's not good. It's not good. Do you have any sage-like advice for Pittsburgh?
Do I have any what?
Do you have any sage-like advice for him in this situation?
Well, I mean, considering that I can't focus on that type of subject right now.
That's right.
Because I got a bunch of other things to do. I probably wouldn't be the best to go to right now.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. He said, I haven't been in the friend zone that long. Like I said, I just got these feelings 5 months ago. Well, no, you've been in the friend zone for as long as she tells you you've been in the friend zone.
No. It's lasted longer than that. If you've been... If you weren't in the friend zone for over all these years,
you just didn't know it.
There'd be right.
Yeah, because if you weren't in the friend zone, like Huffman was saying, you would have been fucking. You'd have been fucking.
Right.
So you've been in the friend zone this entire time. You don't get to dictate how long you've been in the friend zone. Why, Jeff? Why doesn't he get to dictate how long he's been in the friend zone?
I'm going to say it's what he possesses between his legs.
That's right. He's sans pussy. That's correct. He's without vagina. Without it. There you go. I don't know. Only Pittsburgh would do that. I love that he put that question. He took over my show. You see that? Kyle Lorch asks, Dave, how come you don't like college football? Because it sucks. Because it's boring.
There's too much. It's too many teams.
Yeah.
That's why I can't. I mean, I'll still watch it. But
I can't get into it.
I can't follow it.
I can't stand the fact that half of a damn team's games are against a team that has no chance to win. Upper level college football, especially.
Half the team, like half the teams were half the players that I'm probably better than.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You just hate people younger than you, though. You hate younger athletes. They drive you crazy. Young, successful athletes.
Hey, I could be like Brandon Whedon in college.
There you go. A 47-year-old man. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, and then actually go on to have a somewhat successful professional career.
Well, I think your definition of somewhat successful might be a tiny askew, but I get where you're going. Oh, God. Pittsburgh almost made me want to go eat a goddamn pepper. I don't know. Terry Snow Queen says, men are impossible. And Dark Angel agreed. They see you're both wrong. We're not impossible. I'm the most logical fuck. I gave him sound goddamn advice. It's not my fault. He doesn't want to listen. I don't know what to tell you.
It wasn't your fault.
It wasn't my fault. It's good stuff. Huffman, you got anything you want to say to everybody before we get up out of here? Anything? Anything at all? You got anything?
Yeah, buckle your seatbelt, don't run with scissors, and drink milk.
There you go. Those are all three very good pieces of advice. And if you see any activity in your neighborhood, don't be fucking afraid to report it. That's the last thing I want to talk about. These reports that have come out about the neighbors in San Bernardino that did nothing because they're afraid of being persecuted as a goddamn racist. Fuck all that shit. Doesn't matter who you see. I'm tired of look, terrorism is terrorism. And former mayor of New York, goddamn Giuliani, Rudolph Giuliani, who should be the fucking president of this goddamn country, but he's an atheist, so it'll never fucking happen. But he said it best. Whether or not it had anything to do with Islam, because at the time we didn't know, it's completely irrelevant. If you don't see what happened in San Bernardino as a fucking act of terror, there's something wrong with you. You're a moron. He said it, and he said it perfectly. It's 100% true. All the Islam shit, that's secondary. This was an absolute act of terror. And if you guys see something in your neighborhoods that you think that you can report on because you know that people might die because of it, man the fuck up. Don't worry about the PC bullshit and go fucking report it.
Really, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, at first you're going to get some morons calling you racist. I mean, you know that you're not racist. You're doing the right thing. And you know what? At the end of the day, no one's going to even remember what you said.
Exactly.
Who's talking about Hulk Hogan stuff right now?
Yeah.
Who's talking about that?
Exactly. You know what really amazing
and who cares about that right now?
Exactly. Nobody.
I mean, Dave, do you honestly really care about what he said now?
No.
Yeah.
I know.
Exactly.
He's hugged enough black people. I forgive him. He's good. What else you want to do? But I'm not black, so it doesn't matter. What the fuck does it matter if I care what he said? I'm not black. It doesn't matter. If I was black, then my opinion would matter, but I'm not black. But you know what's amazing about the human body?
What's that?
The human body was given this really cool thing. It's called the middle finger. So if you report something in your neighborhood, and it turns out there was nothing really big deal, and some fucking asshole who probably lives in a trailer and has had sex with multiple cousins comes up to you and calls you a fucking racist, you got this finger right here. And you just say, see this? Eat it. Eat it and stick it right up your ass. And you can tell them that Dead on Dave said so. Send them here. I'll let them know. Other than that, man, that's all I got. I'm tired. 2 o'clock in the morning. Fucking tired.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed.
Why don't you go to bed?
You gotta rest
up for what, TLC tomorrow? Yeah.
No, TLC's next week. No, but I will be.
No, that's next week.
I will be over with my good friend Tommy C over at Shot from the Point for the most hockey-tastic hockey show. Hockey-tastic, that's right. I'm filling in for the legendary comedian Jake Link. I'll be there, Shopping Point Live, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be there. Huffman will not be there.
But I believe I'm getting that situated with work. So
yeah,
talked to them about that last night.
Oh, awesome! So you'll be back.
Should be good to go maybe not next week, but the week after. Hopefully.
Countdown to Huffman's return. Boom. But I'm glad you were able to be here tonight, man. I appreciate that.
No, thank you for having me.
That's okay, even though you drove me crazy with your cooking. That's all right, though.
Yeah.
I forgive you because you're sexy.
Thank you.
Fake ass twat says, "Great show, you sexy fat fuck. I appreciate it, you twat." It's fucking great. Adrian Alex Poe, hashtag take the pussy. No! Adrian Alex Poe, no! We are not Cosby's here. We're not Cosby's here. Kyle Lord says, "Will you live stream tomorrow for NFL picks?" I haven't done the NFL show in weeks. No, that's dead. Dead. But that's all I got. Thank you guys for joining us right here on Dead on Dave Live. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time. And we'll see you next time. We'll see you. I'm not doing anything tomorrow, but I'll see you Monday Night Raw for your review directly after Monday Night Raw. Make sure you come here for the best source of wrestling reviews on all the entire interwebs. Be here. I'll be here taking your calls, your questions, your concerns, your hope, your dreams, your loves, your hates, your fantasies, and much, much more. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Like, subscribe, and share. Huffman, go check him out. Grand Slam 87 on Twitter, YouTube, the whole world. Grand Slam 87 taking it over. Make sure
the YouTube things that's consisted of me submitting my video project for school.
It's something. But Grand Slam 87, go check him out.
Yeah, they suck because I have no time to work on them.
Tomorrow night,
Which
Dead on Dave,
get 90s on.
live over at Shopping Point Live. Make sure you check that out. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll see you next time. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.